What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA, and this is a random rant about, guess who? Good old Will Smith. All right, so yeah, we kind of figured that something like this was gonna happen sooner than later. Now it's saying Bad Boys 4 reportedly on pause after the Oscar slap by Will Smith. This is on comicbookmovies.com, or comicbook.com, I should say. And yeah, you kind of got a feeling that, yeah, there was going to be a couple of projects that were probably going to either get canceled or pushed on pause while things get sorted out with Will Smith. So let's go ahead and read this article. It's a real short one, but it kind of goes into what's happening right now. So as you can see, and what is, oh, this is the Bad Boys for Life International trailer. I'm not gonna watch that. Okay, so it says here, the slap that no one can stop talking about continues to make waves for the Academy Award winner Will Smith. And it goes into what happened, obviously, with him and Chris Rock. He has already issued an apology to Rock and the award show, and now it's affecting one of his upcoming projects. And this is according to the Hollywood Reporter. The iconic actor's actions have caused Sony Pictures to pause the upcoming fourth Bad Boys film. And this is the article that it's referring to. This is their little heat vision, you know, that kind of give you some quick hitters. So it says here it's the end of the week, and it kind of goes into this stuff. So here's a little spot right here. Everyone's talking about Will Smith. Will there be any consequences? You know, the Academy is weighing its options, but it also says here, you can see, is there any immediate effect on this project? Well, one tidbit we've heard this week, Bad Boys 4 had been in active development, and Smith received 40 pages of the script before the Oscar incident, but now, according to the sources, there will be a pause in things, or a pause in work as things play out. So, like I said, we could have called this one with Braille. You know, it's obvious that sooner or later, you know, some of these studios were going to start saying, you know, a little hot right now, messing with Will Smith, you know, hey, let's just, you know, kind of push pause, and, you know, we'll get back to it. We're not canceling anything, but let's kind of push pause, let Will kind of, you know, figure things out, and then, you know, when the heat dies down, okay, then we'll bring him back. Now, we can see from a lot of different actors and what has happened to them when they get into some kind of, you know, trouble, you know, be it Johnny Depp, be it, you know, Amber Heard, obviously, the two of them. We saw what happened in their careers. We saw what happened, you know, with remarks that Gina Carano made. You saw how, you know, the world just kind of launched at those particular actors. And, you know, you see what's the result. You know, there's a lot of issues where Ezra Miller just got in the news doing some stuff. And then you come to Will Smith. So it's always like these celebrities are always making a lot of noise outside of the film industry. And yeah, it can cost a career, or it can cost them some work, or it can cost them some pushback. You know, Johnny Depp, we already know, has lost roles because of what has occurred in his life. So you got to be really careful, you know, whether these things are good, bad, true, whether there's valid reasons for any of it. You know, if the mob gets on your head, it could be a wrap real quick. You know, Twitter is a beast. And, you know, then not only that, but you have people in the Academy. So I was thinking, like, what does Will need to do? You know, I'm thinking, okay, if I'm like Will's fix-it guy, you know, his Winston Wolf, you know, what does Will need to do to kind of get ahead of this thing? I think he needs to do things, and not necessarily in the public eye right away. I think he has to do a couple of things first, just in his own personal life. Now, this is just me, you know, my opinion, just what I would do if I was in his situation. Number one, I would actually get a one-on-one conversation with Chris Rock. I wouldn't do this whole apologizing, and he may have already done this, and if he has, kudos to him, but I would get on one-on-one. Hey, Chris, not over the phone, not no text message, no, I need to see you in person. You know, where you at? I'll fly out and I'll talk to you. And it's just gonna be me and you sitting in the room, and we are gonna just talk about what happened. And I'm gonna make a formal apology. You know, I approached you as a man when I slapped you. I'm gonna approach you like a man, and apologize, a real apology. Nothing through my publicist, nothing on Twitter, nothing on Instagram. A man-to-man conversation. I think that's the first thing that needs to happen. And you don't need to publicize it. You don't even need to make a big deal about it. You know, it could just be the two of them talking it out over beers. That would be perfectly cool with me. I think that's the first thing that I think he needs to do. The number two thing he needs to do is just take his family completely out of the public eye. All of this stuff is really a result, in my opinion, of a family that has constantly been pushed into the public eye, and they probably don't need to be. This isn't the Kardashians, where they just kind of can bask in the limelight and the glow of all the garbage and all the trash that's going on. No, they fine with that. That's great. Will can't handle it, and it appears that Jada may not be able to handle all of the heat that comes on them from all over Hollywood. So, hey, I'm just gonna pull my family out of all of that. Kids too. Hey, y'all, come on in. Nope, we closing the door on the Smith family. We're not gonna be talking about this stuff in public. We're not gonna be doing red table talks where we're talking about this guy and that lady and this person and that person. Nope. And let that be a lesson to everybody that's out there. Like, that's kind of what you need to do anyway. Like, quit putting your business in the streets. Quit putting your business for everybody to know about it. It's really not your business. And all this led to for Will is just a bunch of memes. Like, what did you get out of all of that? Maybe something happened in their relationship, but ultimately it just leads to a bunch of memes, a bunch of jokes, and you're still feeling the heat from all of that. And that's probably what took him over the edge. Just hearing so much talk about his personal life. I would be frustrated beyond all just meaning if that were to happen to me, So yeah, now you can see, and this is just a quick little hitter of his apology statement to the Academy. And look what he's saying. The list of those that I've heard is long. It includes Chris, his family, so on and so forth. He's using words like shocking, painful, inexcusable, heartbroken. He wants to put the focus back on those who deserve the attention for the Oscars. That's what he should have been doing. Absolutely. And yeah, it's sad, but he's gonna have to go through this. There may be more roles. Remember, I was just talking about I Am Legend, and I was looking forward to seeing, okay, they got I Am Legend coming back. I can't wait to see what they do with it. I'm excited about that. And now it looks like that's going to be on the back burner, or maybe, if this situation is any indication of how things are going to be handled. But yeah, hey, that's the way it goes. Unfortunately, what did Mordo say? The bill comes due, always. The bill comes due always. You make a mistake, you still got to pay for it. No matter, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're going to have to deal with something until, folks feel a little bit better about this situation. But I don't want this to be like Will just goes all the way down and he never returns, like he never comes back. I do hope eventually, he can come back and see the other side of this thing, make amends. I got friends that have been, in jail for doing some stuff, and, I would never want anybody to come out the other side and say, hey, it is what it is. I want people to, always get a second chance, So, I hope Will can, he's always been the good guy. He's always been the guy that people say, he's the nice guy, the friendly guy. And maybe that, maybe this is his real side. Maybe he's been bottling all of that up, and maybe he needs to go back to figuring out how to bottle stuff like that up. I don't know. But ultimately, I don't want to see Will go down to the point where his career is just completely ruined. I think he's a great actor, and I think he has a lot more great roles to give us in the future. I hope that this thing is fixable for him. I believe it is, but at the same time, yeah, you got to deal with what you got to deal with in the meantime, and stuff like this is going to happen. But that's it. That's all I had to talk about. What do you guys think? Is Will done? Do you want to see him, making more movies, or are you pretty much done with them? I don't think I'm done with seeing Will Smith. I know he's done some really good roles, and I think he has more good acting in him. But anyway, that'll do it for me. I want to thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't done so, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below, and I appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.